feeling peaceful. I'm feeling confident that we definitely made the right choice. I'm really grateful that we get to start these from home. Good morning. Happy sunshiny day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a sunny day.
We are just on a roll, man.
We're getting ready, you know, I think we're in prepper mode.
Yeah, I think we are. And I think I see my cabbage shadow across the room.
Oh, look at that.
It looks like a fish skeleton.
Yeah, it does.
But it is a cabbage. It's actually kale.
It is.
It's my plant right there.
It is kind of like a stick and bones, like a tall and lanky cabbage. Anyways, we are waiting for a shipment to arrive.
Any minute, my IVs will arrive. I did realize we will need to go pick up the minocycline.
Oh yeah.
So everything is coming together and it feels peaceful. Maybe it's the calm before the storm, or maybe it's the our bodies are reacting to the craziness that's about to happen. And so because we know it's about to get kind of crazy, we're like, we're fine.
Yeah,
we're just zen.
Just getting stuff done.
No big deal.
Yeah, no, but I think I think we've been through this. Like, we know the rhythm of it, and so we kind of know to savor this moment.
Just for this moment.
And it's not like we're like,
as long as you're mine.
Horrible things are coming, like
They
we gotta
are?
like, well, but I feel like that's not our mindset. Well, maybe it is.
Yep, pretty much is.
Okay, so.
Well, I think what you're saying is we're not about to stop our life. And I'm doing some extra things that I know that I probably won't feel up to and that I wanted to do. I took a nice hot shower because we're gonna be accessing my port any minute. And I wanted to be ready, just feel ready to be a hot mess for the next 3 weeks. Bathed Ollie, just trying to feel prepared and ready and peaceful. I cleaned this windowsill up a little bit with all my plants because I'm getting a new box in the mail tomorrow, which was actually a gift. Anyway, I'm just really grateful that the decision part of the treatment plan, that part's over. Because that part's pretty, I don't want to call it stressful. It's very uncertain. That's what it is.
Well, and I think a lot of that is, like, we don't have a lot of options with antibiotics, and we know with every option we have, we know that there's downsides to all of them. So it's like, you know, when you're like making a hard decision, you got these pro and con lists, like with every thought of we could go this direction, but we could go this direction, but, and so there's just all those pieces swirling around, I feel like, when we're making a plan.
Yep.
And yeah, and that's a conversation between us and Mary's care team, and having like, kind of Mary knows all of that stuff, all of the kind of pros and cons of each, as kind of as much as the doctors do, and it's this conversation between them of
what, you know, just reminding ourselves, whether it's through my chart at the hospital or our memory banks, okay, what side effects happen with this one? So the minocycline, it makes me dizzy. But I literally said to them, I was like, it makes me dizzy. And they were like, oh, that's no good. And I was like, well, I'm going to be down and out because of the IVs anyway, so it really doesn't bother me. It's not like I'm going to be up trying to keep up with life or something. And it's kind of comical because it's kind of pathetic that that's where we're at in my treatment, is like, well, that's fine.
Well, it is kind of like, which cocktail of side effects are doable? Like, I mean, that's kind of what the decision comes down to. And
dizziness, so the ones we went for, the ones that they chose, and of course, you know, they respected my input and my opinion, and I basically said, I'm up for anything, I'm game, you name it, I'm there. I've been on all of these antibiotics, so we don't have to go in and do a trial dose. which is pretty nice. I'm doing nebulized vancomycin. That'll hopefully treat the MRSA.
Which that'll be Mary's first time doing it nebulized instead of IV. So
yep.
Maybe her body hopefully will respond well.
Oral, so just a pill, minocycline, and then Zosyn and Astrianam. Those 2 are IVs.
Yep.
And those are Pseudomonal. Those will treat my Pseudomonas. So I feel like this is a combo I've never been on altogether. And I've been on them all at different times. And so just because my Pseudomonas is completely resistant, it doesn't mean we don't try things. And especially new combinations of these sorts of just creative combinations. Just because it's resistant to those things on paper, maybe in real life it'll work a little bit. That's our hope. So.
You're kind of glowing in this video, but it's really cool. I gotta go get a few things ready.
Okay. So he has music practice tonight for tomorrow's event. And I basically have already kind of checked out. Like, I've already acknowledged the fact that I probably won't be participating in the music team for the next few weeks. And just remembering from 8 weeks ago or whenever I stopped IVs, side effects are real. And I need to be ready for the battle that's about to happen in my body. It's like the battle's already happening because the infection's already raging. We know that. I already have a low-grade fever today and all of that. That's already happening. And Peter was saying, like, the last couple of days have been hugely confirming. Like, through the night, 2 nights ago, I was up coughing really hard. I don't typically cough through the night. Kind of depends on... It depends, but typically I don't cough through the night. My lungs rest through the night, and then you guys know first thing in the morning is tons of coughing. But I woke up 2 nights ago, I was sleeping, and then I realized I'm coughing really hard laying on my back, which is not easy. And I like sat up and I was coughing really hard. It was just really weird. And then last night I was asleep but conscious of the fact that I kept clearing my throat. I had so much mucus, just like, so anyway, the battle's already started, but I've got to get into battle mode because I'm gonna be having lots of side effects. Zosyn, for me, tends to give me like blazing diarrhea. So there's that. But you guys already know that. And I cannot believe that I've even talked about that on video. But that's life. And I hold to the fact that diarrhea is something that everybody in, no matter what country, no matter what language, no matter how old or young you are, everybody in the whole world understands diarrhea. It's the one thing that connects us all. Anyway, I'm glad I get to joke about this sort of thing because I just remember that the last time I was on IVs, the side effects were so bad, I just didn't feel like myself. Like I wasn't able to really joke around, and I barely FaceTimed my family during those weeks I was on that tigacycline. Like they all just said, like, you just weren't you. Like I just wasn't there. It was so weird. But with this set of antibiotics, I'm hopeful that I will remain myself amidst, you know, feeling icky from the side effects. But anyway, I'm not sure exactly where I was going. I'm just gearing up for battle. I'm feeling peaceful. I'm feeling confident that we definitely made the right choice. I'm really grateful that we get to start these from home. And the decision about whether or not I'll be able to stay home will be up to it'll be up to us and my care team. It'll come down to the fact that if my blood counts are in a tricky spot, and if it comes to the fact that my care team says we need to see your lab work every day, then it'll come down to the fact, do Peter and I feel able to drive 50 minutes each way to go to the hospital and get blood work every single day? And typically that's where it becomes, it's just not really doable. Because of side effects, driving that much won't be realistic. But last time, My blood count stayed happy, but we're just gonna take it as it comes. We took today as it came. I'm enjoying the sunshine so much, and I'm just grateful that we don't have to pack and go to the hospital right now. So, that's today so far. What a goose. He's absolutely convinced there's something back there.
Hey guys, I just finished up getting music ready for tomorrow. We're having a special service at church, but Mary, in the meantime, got her shipment of IVs right before somebody was coming over to practice worship with me, and so we were like, oh, we need to access her port. So we ran upstairs, we got out all the supplies, I accessed her port, and we realized that it was like just in time to get an initial dose in before, so that we could get 2 doses in today.
Yep. Because
it's every 8 hours, and so she is.
I'm so thankful it's not every 5 hours.
Or 4 hours, yeah.
I thought it was Q5.
I mean, Q5 wouldn't be like a normal dose.
Was it Q6?
Q6 would be a normal dose.
Okay.
That's 4 times a day.
Well, I thought this one medication was Q6 last time, but this time it's Q8.
I think in the hospital they do Q6.
And when we were at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you remember? That was when we didn't sleep ever at all.
It was Zosyn?
I thought, but
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but yeah, I took some Tylenol to hopefully prevent or lessen the minimize the reaction.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little like a little nervous, but yeah. I've always I like this. I saw this once. The term, what's it called? Statement, phrase, saying. The saying, I survived 100% of my hardest days.
That is a true statement.
Oh, that's deep, man.
That is
but
deep.
No, for real, like I have survived every single less than ideal reaction that I've ever had. So I know that it'll happen again. I'm almost about finished. And then my next doses will be around midnight, 1 o'clock.
This is how they come. It's the pressure. If you haven't been around, it's like a pressurized bubble that administers a medication at a certain rate. And
question.
Answer daily double.
Do you remember how to hook up the gravity bagging tubing?
Yeah. Did they send tubing?
They didn't send tubing.
What?
They sent, okay, are you guys ready for this? Hold on. They sent me Tegaderm that will literally fit my entire torso.
It's like 8 by 8 or something.
It's huge.
For context, the big Tegaderm that she normally uses is a 4 by 4.
So when I'm on IVs, I do a 4 by 4. When I'm just on IVIG, so just for those 4 hours, we use the little one, like the 2 by 2. 2 by 2 or whatever. Yeah. But with IVs, I do a 4 by 4. And then the other one's like, oh my gosh. I just feel bad when they send me the wrong thing. I can't use it. Yeah. So it's just tricky.
Well, anyways, we're going to get going with this. I need to go to the pharmacy and pick up Mary's other antibiotic. And then her inhaled one is getting shipped to us. It'll arrive tomorrow.
Nebulized.
Oh, yeah.
So my doctor recommended doing Atrovent, my bronchodilator, before I do the nebulized vancomycin inhaler before vancomycin, because it might cause kind of a reactive airway. My airways tend to be a little like irritable. So I thought that was a great idea. So I'll do that. That'll come tomorrow. This will be the plan, and we're just gonna do it. Oh, and doing fluids. We did this the last maybe 2 times at home, and it'll hopefully help, especially during this first couple days. if I have like a higher fever and vomiting, it's harder to stay hydrated when you're like completely blah and blah.
Which is important for her kidneys and
so that my blood numbers stay good.
Yeah. So
it all kind of works together.
Yeah.
And it all kind of messes each other up all at the same time. But thanks for doing it with me.
You got it, Bub.
That's a name we call each other.
Bubs.
Bubsy.
And?
That was Ollie.
Ollie just finished his dinner and burped. He's got his coat on because he and Mary took a shower earlier. And
he was cold.
He was cold.
As always.
As always. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Good night.